It's very dark.
Yeah. The camera is going, just in case you say something interesting during this time.
It's really weird. I feel like I'm being looked at by one eye.
There's a little getting used to.
The purpose of this vlog is threefold. Number one is to help me practice my editing and cinematography skills for when I become a filmmaker in the future. It's also for people, instead of having to call me and figure out how I'm doing, they can just watch my vlog and see what I've been up to. If they really care but don't care enough to take the time to call me, or if I'm too busy to talk to them or whatever. And thirdly, so that when I lose my memory in the accident and I can't recall anything of my past life, I'll have a lot of footage to look back on and be like, okay, this is familiar, I remember this. So.
Do you have a plan on what your accent's gonna be?
I plan on everything.
Okay, good point, good point.
So with that third purpose in mind, if you just take your name for the record and any identifying information to help me identify you.
You want my social security number too?
Only whatever you want to give out.
I'm Zeke Brawlier.
Start a small group.
Matthew Miller.
I am Brandon Boxstance. I'm a Brooke student from Hagerstown, Maryland.
Hello, my name is Amanda Eubanks. I'm a student here at Mines. I know Seth because he is also a student here at Mines. I met Seth up at Fall Conference, which is a university retreat. I met him there and I was like, whoa, he has a cool mustache, and whoa, we're in the same group with Leah, and this is pretty cool. And yeah, I think that's about it, actually.
My name is Christopher Oram. This year I was a freshman here at South Dakota School of Mines studying mechanical engineering. Good friend of you, Seth.
I'm Alex Spees, a mechanical engineer. I'm from Watertown, South Dakota.
How about we just go with Brooke on official stuff? I'm an Emmy. I'm loving it. We did our devotionals together this year. That was fun. What else? Swing dancing with Christopher, and then you joined in. That was awesome. I don't know.
Well, I do have some questions.
Okay.
Firstly, thoughts on the last year, things that you've learned, just general stuff, and go ahead and wait for this car to go by.
Hi, car. I'm not sure how it was for other people, but high school is very easy. You don't spend much time on homework or much of anything in high school. I rarely ever studied for tests. Didn't spend too much time on any essays or homework, you know. Because high school is a lot easier, even if you push yourself in high school, than college. It was hard to make that adjustment, but it was something that needed to happen, and over time it happened. Although one or two of my classes didn't exactly end as strong as I wanted to. Overall, the first semester was very successful. Second semester, school went decently well. My focus shifted. Halfway through the second semester, I started focusing more on what I wanted InterVarsity to do in my life. For those who don't know what InterVarsity is the American branch of an international organization called IFES. It's an on-campus ministries developing people to be witnesses, to go out into the world and talk about Jesus and be able to be comfortable about doing that.
I thought the year was awesome. Really enjoyed my first year here. The first semester was a little bit too easy for my taste, I guess you could say. The second semester definitely ramped up the difficulty for me. It was a huge change in pace, but that is quite all right. I mean, that's what we're here for.
I was coming into the semester with still a kind of high school mindset that, hey, I don't have to do anything and I can still do good. Not the case.
College is no joke, kids. Study. Do your homework. Yeah.
One of the first things I noticed is that I studied more for like single tests than I did for whole classes in high school.
Coming in, I knew that school Mines was very difficult, so I was worried if I was going to be able to handle it or not. Even though I did pretty well in high school, I worked hard for my grades, so I was used to homework. Pretty much the same as high school, a little bit harder, not too bad. Grades are terrible compared to high school. Don't like them. But that's the way it goes. It makes me mad sometimes, where it's like, this school makes it acceptable to get this grade. Sort of acceptable. Not really, though. Makes me mad. In high school, I was the second highest student in the high school my first 2 years, and then once that kid graduated, I was the first my last 2 years. And I'm used to working very hard to get my good grades. I'm not like somebody who gets easy grades all the time. No.
Yeah.
So it's been a challenge, and my people told me it was going to be, to accept that even though you're working just as hard, not going to be the same.
It was different from high school. You're on your own. You don't have to listen to anybody. I found myself slacking off and like, oh, I should probably get doing my homework.
Since all of your classes are squeezed into an hour and then they're spread out throughout the week, unlike high school where you have anywhere from an hour to 2-hour classes that you take every day. And so a lot of time's opened up, but then a lot of that time has to be devoted to studying, and there's still extracurricular activities you can do, and then also there's trying to squeeze God into your life, your regular routine, which that kind of sounds bad because God's the reason I'm here and he should obviously take priority.
Managing my free time is difficult. Like, it's hard. There's just too much stuff going on that I joined at the beginning of the year, as well as classes and homework, where I didn't leave the time for the homework. But then when it came to be the time for the homework, I did other things. So then when the homework was due, I had to stay up all night. It doesn't work that way.
I learned that I don't really know what I want to do with my life. I really thought coming to college, I really wanted to be a computer science major, but I don't know if I want to do that anymore. And I think a big thing that I learned is, like, I don't really know what my passions are, which I want to go find, besides God. A couple days ago when I was really having a rough time studying for computer science, I was like, man, should have taken some people's advice and gone to seminary. But not doing that, I'm here at Mines and I'm going to stick it out. I can get a degree here.
Was there anything you found surprising about first year?
College isn't too much different than I expected. It was difficult, but I'm fine with difficulties. I'm not into taking anything easily, and that's why I came to college in the first place.
Found it kind of surprising that I did waste that much time. I usually do my homework before I do my fun things, and it was the other way around. I had to stay up a couple nights, more like 20. Had one all-nighter. That was bad.
I had to make a complete set of new friends. That was kind of weird, I guess. Like, I've made my friends over my entire life back home, from before elementary school all the way up until the end of high school, that I've been making friends. So it's been a whole process, whereas you go off to college, you know nobody. You have to make all your friends right then and there, kind of in the first week, because then people start to associate with each other, different groups.
The friends you make in the first week of school are not going to last. They're more friends by proximity than friends by interest. So one night you'll just be like, hey, you guys are weird, stupid, bye. But you'll make friends in the most unexpected people. It'll be pretty cool.
I made friends. I didn't do well with making friends in high school and elementary school and middle school, moving around a bunch. So it was pretty cool to have so many friends in 1 year. That's amazing. There's a lot of people that have similar interests, and I don't feel as weird for liking school, because lots of people like school here. Hey, I can't do this because I need to study. That's not an unacceptable thing to say.
I thought there would be more normal people around.
God, I don't know. It was difficult to begin fitting in at a new place where everyone's pretty much similar, but still has their own differences, I guess. Everyone has similar interests. Like, they're all good at math, and that's normally what I picked in high school. But now everyone here is good at math. So it's a different ballpark.
You have to like reinvent your identity.
Yeah, that's the thing. No longer the smart kid in high school. I'm the kid who got a C in chem. I wasn't concerned about being the smart kid here because I knew I was not.
I think as a girl here at Mines, totally thought I was going to be asked out more. No joke. That's a really girl thing to say. I don't know if Seth will put that in.
The girls go quick. The good girls at Mines still like the athletes. And by good girls, I mean ones with shaven legs.
It kind of surprised me how easy it was to make the switch to it's just me now, instead of having my parents always there. That would be more difficult than it was.
You'll appreciate the small moments. Like grandma sending cookies in the mail. You'll be way more excited about the cookies than you will be about the birthday money. Family is hugely important when you no longer see them daily.
I was surprised by the high caliber of the orchestra here. I was expecting it to be much lower. It ended up being higher than any of my high school orchestras I was in, though still lower than the youth symphony I was a part of. So that was good. That was definitely good.
Also, there are whole majors for people who enjoy licking rocks.
Advice you want to share with the up-and-coming people who stumble on this blog?
I don't think so.
Go to Mines!
Which one? You might want to specify.
South Dakota, School of Mines and Technology.
Go to professor's office hours. Take advantage of that. And take advantage of not just professor's office hours that you're not succeeding in their class, but ones that you are succeeding in their class. That way you can get to know professors that you may want to research under and do cool stuff for.
Do your homework even if it's not required. It prevents you from needing to do all the cramming at the end of the semester during finals week. I did homework the whole time, and this week I'm just kind of able to relax, but just do my light reviewing.
Do your homework before you have fun, but still try to have fun though. Don't just do studies, because if you just do studies, you're going to get super stressed out, and you're not going to feel good, and then you're not going to want to be there. So you have to be able to manage your studies and have fun, make friends, get involved.
It's important to join things, not just sit in your room and do nothing, or just associate with people you just met. It's like, oh, I accidentally met you, so now you're my friend. No, you should join things, like go to the student organization fair, find things that you enjoy doing, so then you can have friends that enjoy doing the things you do.
Honestly, I'm not a social person. I don't exactly like going out and starting conversations with people I don't know. If you are a social person, that is great. God bless you, because I wish I was a social person. It would make some of this stuff a lot easier. But if you're not, don't worry, God will take care of that. Just lift it all up to God, because that's the easiest way that you will overcome any type of thing that's holding you back from talking to people. Expressing yourself is something I've learned at college that's very important. Definitely, if you're not social, it's something you can work on. It's something you can overcome.
Oh, wherever the upperclassmen hang out, find it for your department. Freshman year, second week of school, find it. Because there's these people called upperclassmen who have taken the courses you've taken, and they're super duper intelligent, and they can help you do your homework and pass your tests. College, go get a ton of these. You're going to need them. If you don't use them, or if you want to conserve them, talk to Christopher. Ask him about how he folds his note cards. They're really handy.
Is there anything that you really feel like God punched you in the face with, figuratively or literally, over this last year?
I don't think it's one specific trait about God, besides that he's always going to be there with you.
One thing I learned at a trip I went on was the whole world is a church, and it's not just your local church. The whole world is a combined church, and God's moving leaps and bounds in other places.
I guess throughout high school, something I was avoiding the entire time was music in church, joining the worship band for our youth group, which my parents strongly encouraged me to do, but I never actually did. Semester went by at college, and then just kind of hit me. I'm like, I should do this because I'm good at music, and that's something I should pursue. So then I taught myself to play guitar over break, and then immediately joined in with the worship practices. And a few weeks later, I'm playing with the worship band. And it was super fun. I don't know why I didn't do it earlier. It was kind of a punch in the face.
I've been able to read the Bible a lot more often. That's good. Because of our devotions, mostly. Before we started, I was trying to as well. So, God and faith and things has become more prevalent in last year or so, since last summer, basically. Yeah. So that's good. My boyfriend at the time, he was really big into his faith, and then he was losing his faith, and I was happening to gain my faith. We kind of helped each other, sort of, not really. That's weird. Anyways, so we came here, and I came to college, and then it was kind of just me, and then InterVarsity wasn't really working for me. The 1 or 2 times I went, I should have given it a better shot. Maybe next year. But anyways, and then you and Christopher, you know, helping me along, like a bunch of little angels helping me, like, keep at it, not forget it. Because it's easy to do when you're busy. First in my statics class, she was talking to Dr. Dagan, and she said, my natural state of being is stressed. And I was like, that's so true. Oh my gosh. That isn't good. And that's how it's been all throughout high school for me, so yeah. It's not just a here thing. I hope to work on something this summer along those lines. I haven't quite figured it out yet. But something's going to happen. Hopefully. I hope so.
God punching me in the face. It's happened a lot of times this year with the same message. Letting others help you with your problems, especially God himself. I continue getting this message of this is what friends are for. They're for helping each other out, being together, being a community, and humans are a very social species. They weren't meant to be on their own. That's why the first thing that happened was when God created man is he walked with man and talked with man, and that's really important because we're meant to be with God, to walk with him and talk with him in our daily lives and to have him involved in the decisions that we do, and that putting a lot of the things that we do or say on ourselves often creates a lot of unneeded anxiety or stress, and I've definitely had to work with that, and I am nowhere close to meeting my goal of giving it all up to God and just letting him take care of it and just relieving myself of a lot of the stress that I put on myself. Oftentimes with things that I can't necessarily control, which a lot of people do that, but once again, it's something that you need to just overcome and let God take care of it all, lift it all up to him.
Is there anything else you wanted to add? Anything you thought of?
Zeke's weird. Yeah, Zeke's weird. Be yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. That's about it.
I really enjoyed the book club. I'm very glad I was able to do that. Especially the first semester, I tried to find some people, and it just seemed like absolutely nobody on this campus was interested in reading books like that. And so when you mentioned that in our Leadership Essentials class last semester, I was psyched. I was so excited to be able to start something like that with you.
Probably came here because it's the family thing to do, but definitely glad I came here. I think the people here are going to be better than the ones at just the state school.
Oh, anything else I want to add?
This is also for you as well. You can come back in the future and view this vlog because it's just going to be up on the internet.
Yeah. Don't eat the chicken at Thanksgiving. Oh wait, that's for future me to tell myself in the past. It doesn't work that way, does it? I don't think past me knows the future. Alright, I hid the $1 million under the...
Overall, I really enjoyed The Idiots. It was an interesting read. It was very different from the other two Dostoevsky books I had read so far.
On a less serious note, if you squish his face down like this, he gets super wrinkly. Oh yeah. Can I take it down now?
You can put that in your doorway probably.
It's good to know. If the zombies ever come, just stick that there.
Oh yeah, definitely, because that's what comes to mind.
Wow guys, Seth trying to be a spy. Trying to get stopped at TSA.
There's no try.